Hello. I don't know why I'm doing this really. I don't know whether I'm going to publish it or not. But I had some sort of good news on Friday. Well, it is good news, I suppose, but it's made me reflect about things, and I thought I might make another video of a monologue, I guess. What was I going to say? Yeah, the news. The news. The news is that I was actually discharged from my psychiatrist on Friday. Um, it's sort of good news because it's been 30 odd years I've been seeing a psychiatrist, and ever since I was a teenager, when I was very, very ill, and I'm not ill, obviously. I mean, he discharged me. I'm on medication to help me with my problems, but he felt I was well enough that I didn't need to see a psychiatrist anymore. So I just see my doctor every now and then. I don't know how often, but it has made me think about stuff a lot. And I was just watching a video online, and someone made me think about when I was a teenager and my behaviour back then. And I was a very intense teenager, and I think it was because I was overwhelmed by it all. And anyway, I was diagnosed at 16 with paranoid psychosis, and things developed in when I moved to Dorset in my late or mid 20s. I was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, and I sort of have been identifying with that since. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. I mean, I don't. I'm not. I've always said. Well, I haven't always said, but I've certainly said in recent years. I'm not. I'm more than the sum of my diagnosis. But I do think that there's a lot that's gone on in my life that hasn't been explained, and I'm still looking for answers at 47. I still wonder about what caused me to become so ill in the first place, and I still wonder where I'm going to go next, because I mean, I am actually very happy with my life at the moment. I work in a shop, I serve customers, and I stack shelves, and that is something I really enjoy doing. It's hard work, it's keeping me fit, it's keeping me active, it's getting me out of the house, getting me interacting with people. I still sometimes find it hard to look at people when I'm talking to them, but that's going to hopefully come with time. Um, but I mean, I have had such a eclectic sort of time over the last 10, 15 years. I went to university, and then I became a lecturer, and that didn't work out. And I'm very pleased that I'm not lecturing anymore. I was on a lot more money than I'm on now, but I wasn't happy. I was struggling. I was in too deep, because of my problems, I think, really. Anyway, where am I taking this? Well, I'm writing a book about my life, and so far, not my life, not going to end with my death, but it's, I hope not. Anyway, it's an interesting sort of thing to do as a reflective purpose, and I've had a lot of thoughts about stuff. There's a lot of stuff in there that's probably not true, that I don't understand. I can't see the truth in it. So I mean, I'm thinking about making it more of a fictional sort of thing, and elaborating on stuff a bit more, because I don't know whether it's going to be very interesting to read as it is, because I sort of wrote everything, and there's some things I don't want to write about because they're too personal, relationships and stuff, where I've had other people are involved. I find that quite difficult to write about, because they're still people, and I still got to respect their autonomy and individuality and their freedom, and I don't want to be writing opinions about people, really. So yeah, I don't really know where to take it next, because it's turning into a journal. I've been writing, and it's just tumbling out of me. I've got lots to say, but it's not really taking it anywhere. I mean, I thought maybe it might be a bit of a self-help book, you know, because I thought it might be nice to help some people out with my experience and my worldly wisdom, you know. But in actual fact, that is not necessarily going to be the case. However, I do want to write this book. And when I first started writing an autobiography, I was 21 years old. And I realised at the time, I was like, what am I doing? Go out and live life. Stop trying to write about stuff you haven't even lived yet. You've done hardly anything. Probably a bit of an egotist, you know. I mean, you know, to think at 21 that I could write some amazing book, you know. But anyway, maybe I should take a leaf out of that book now and think about what I'm doing now. I mean, really, I'd rather be doing other stuff, living my life. I spend so much time alone, and I should probably go out more, meet people, and experience things more than I am, rather than reflecting on the past. So maybe I won't finish my book now. Maybe I'll leave it another 20 years and do it then. 25 years, maybe, I don't know. What should I do? I mean, would you buy it? I mean, that's another part of it, I think. It's because I love to write. I enjoy writing. I never really, I wrote some poetry when I was a kid, but I never really got the taste for it that I have now. I wrote a lot of stuff, a lot of journals when I was younger. I tried to write poetry and stuff, but I do really love writing, and I'd like to develop that more. But where to take it from here? I mean, that's the question. I don't really know. I don't even know what I'm doing with this video, really. Oh yeah, that's it. I'm celebrating the fact that I no longer loon. Yeah, yeah. I think this is about the end, isn't it? Really, this is the end, my friend. Yeah, I mean, I done. People who know me know that I do a lot of creative stuff. I make videos. I write music, and stuff like that, and a bit of photography as well occasionally. But none of it really makes any money, and I realise that artists don't make money really unless they're very successful. So I would hope that if I wrote a book, it would be successful enough to give me a bit of money, because you know, times are hard, you know, and they're going to be harder if I don't start making some extra money. You know, I'll make a bit of extra money on the side dealing second-hand goods or offbeat retro and vintage collectibles, as it's been said. And yeah, I just sort of think, well, you know, where's my piece of pie? You know. where's my big slice of cake? Because lots of people have been successful and stuff, and I've had a pretty shitty time over the first half of my adulthood. It's been great in more recent years. I've really I think that's one of the things I would say about being mentally ill, is that, you know, it can get easier for you. You know, not necessarily. I don't know. I mean, other people might get harder, but for me, I have found things get a lot easier as I get older. I guess you reflect on things, you come to conclusions, you put away things, so you know, and you do make progress. But I'm rambling, you know. I mean, that's life, isn't it? It's a ramble. We're all rambling through life, and I just want to find some berries, you know, some berries in all of this craziness. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can't not be inward looking sometimes. Everyone's inward looking, and I'm inward looking to a certain extent. And I don't think that means I'm
a narcissist.
Maybe I'm a bit of a narcissist, but I think probably that it is good to reflect on stuff and to love yourself, you know, because if you don't, no one else will, you know. I mean, it's like, you've got to start with yourself. You've got to start with who you are, and from there you can build all sorts of stuff. Because if you don't value yourself, what's the point? You have to value yourself. I value myself. I value my existence in the world. I know that in the multi-universe or whatever it is. Everything, we're just a blink of an eye. But I have an intrinsic worth to myself, you know. I exist, and that is worthwhile for me. So that is something I think I will leave you with there. You know, the fact that you yourself have intrinsic worth, and you are worthwhile to you and to people around you, as I am to me. Okay? Night night.